Hi, welcome to Late Night Meanderings on Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, I thought an interesting subject I thought was about what's in a name. What's in a name? Well, some of the great names that I like are titles of bands and groups and different kinds of endeavours. And I saw I saw one which I liked because what we're doing now is we're seeing different channels that are open on YouTube, and we're seeing some interesting names, couple of interesting names. It reminded me of some others, but the one that triggered this whole sort of remembering trip down memory lane for me was I saw one particular channel which was asking for membership, so you might want to check this out because it might be interesting. It's the Haitian Girl Guide to Be Natural. I like that. The Haitian Girl Guide to Be Natural. So there was another thing there which the BBC band, which I really liked the name of this, and when I was in the UK and working as a musician, three friends of mine, girl vocalists, formed a little singing band which went out as a backing group, and they do recording sessions, and they did some stuff where they were invited to do BBC work. Well, the BBC wouldn't allow them to use the name they wanted, so I don't know what they worked out some name, but the name that they wanted to be called was Three Fabulously Wealthy Tarts. I like that. Well, anyway, let's look at some of the bands that came out with some unique names. I'm not going to. I'll miss out hundreds, but there's a few here that I quite liked. There was one band called Rage Against the Machine. For some reason I like that name. Right, there was Tencc. Now Tencc was a favourite band of mine. I actually saw them live, and and then somebody explained to me what Tencc was, and apparently it's the average content of an average ejaculation. Well, there we go. And now, probably one of the most famous names, which almost goes unnoticed for the subtle change, is the Beatles. And the Beatles, obviously the association is a beetle, but the way that the Beatles spelt their name was using the E-A-T, B-E-A-T, as in beat, and they called themselves the Beatles. Clever. Very clever. There's another one that this is an example of how you can take something that has one meaning and just by using it and familiarity on the part of the listener, it becomes something else. It was a Charles Dickens character that was hated in his book, and that was Uriah Heep. And Uriah Heep became a popular band, I think, of the 80s, and had some hits. Came to America mostly, I think, or went to America and had their great success there. And Uriah Heep was the creepy guy who was really not very nice. But the band turned Uriah Heep into a different name. It became different from them. Now, what about this one? At a time when the Cops were very, very unpopular, Sting, which was another name for Sting, they used to call, people who didn't like him used to call him Stink instead of Sting. Well, they must have had trolls even in those days. But he used the name Police. Then there was one which is often quoted as the Eagles. But it was never the Eagles, it was always Eagles. So they changed that too by not using the prefix of the and made it Eagles. So that took everything out of that ordinary, about bands. It took everything out of, well, there was, before that there'd always been the so-and-so band, or this band, or that band. I know that when I had something going, I used the word band. But later that didn't gel with the public, and then you started, that's why you started to get names like Rage Against the Machine, because people took it, and everybody, nothing is new under the sun, so they say, but actually different ways of looking at the same thing are different. Like Beth calls our cat, Beth has a unique way of naming things which are not based on everything being the proper way to refer to things. Like when we had this favourite kitten that has now grown up into our favourite cat, she called it Golden. I said, well, me with my Western thinking, I said, well, you can't call it Golden. You'll have to call it Goldie. No, she says, it's called Golden. And that's what the cat's called, Golden. And then she takes other names, and we have some very other names. We had a chicken called Brad Pitt, and another one I think called Angelina. Brad Pitt, I think, is now history. He's gone to that great Brad Pitt heaven in the sky. But anyway, I think we had Moon and Star. Not quite sure which one we're left with. I think maybe one of those. That was pigs. I don't normally think of a pig as being a moon or a star, but then Beth has her own way of naming things. What else did we have? We had the Carabao, James Bond. So I just sit back and enjoy some of these different ways of looking at things. But anyway, thank you to the site owner, the channel owner, and good luck to you on the Haitian Girl Guide to be Natural. See, even that has a slight twist to it, doesn't it? Okay, well, that's my late night meandering on what is in a name. Right, hope you enjoyed that. Good night to you. This is a foreigner in the Philippines. Bye for now.